Hi everyone and welcome back to the CloudDemoDive. I'm so excited to be diving into our first hands-on lab in the introduction of AWS Cloud Builder Lab series. So today we are starting with the fundamental service that is absolutely critical for building anything on AWS, that is Amazon VPC, that is Virtual Private Cloud. So what exactly is the VPC? Think VPC as your own isolated private network within the AWS Cloud. It is like having your own virtual data center where you have full control over your IP addresses, range, subnets, route tables, and everything. It's kind of infrastructure for your whole setup. This is where you will launch all your AWS resources like virtual servers, databases, and more in a secure and controlled environment that you define. In this lab, what we are going to look, we are going to working with a few key component of VPCs like VPC, that how to create the VPC, it's different, how to connect that with the internet, that is internet gateway, creating different subnets, public subnet, private subnet, and allowing traffic between those using internet gateway, NAT gateway, etc. And knows about the security groups as well. So third, we have the subnets, which are simply range of the IP addresses within your VPCs. We will use those to organize our resources. And finally, the route table, which acts like a traffic controller telling our network where to send the traffics. So in this today's lab, we will use the VPC wizard to do exactly what we will create a VPC and all the stuffs related to the VPC from the AWS console. So let's get started and jump to the cloud builder page where I will teach you how to perform those, how to uh, do the hands-on demo. So first, log into your AWS skill builder and just refresh it, like log in with your own account. On the dashboard you will see, you will have the introduction to AWS cloud builder. Just click on it to open. It will take few 10 to 20 seconds to load. You will see, if you are already enrolled, you can see you are enrolled, else you have to enroll it. It's kind of free till 2nd of November. So you can see the first training, that is introduction to AWS VPC. So just click on that. Next, on the next page it will appear, it will open the introduction to VPC page. Just click on outline. Here you will see introduction to AWS VPC. Just click on start and your lab will start initializing into another AWS console managed, which is basically provided by AWS itself, AWS training and certification team. It will take some time to load the page. Yeah, once load, you can see the document as well, how to perform this lab as well. So I will guide you through this document as well. So in this you can also see the objective as well, icon key, how to start the labs, and all the details are mentioned in this document. So let's just click on the start lab by accepting the terms and condition and click on start lab again. So it will create a lab for you and you will have your own AWS console. You can see open console in on the top right corner. You just click on that, go to the console. You can see different icons to introduce the self, and you can see the AWS lab user is created for you. You can do your hands-on in this account. So we have to create an Amazon VPC. You can see that is our first task. So for that they will provide the full details for you to create the VPC. We have to just follow these steps one by one. Just go to the AWS console management and just search for the VPC. Here you will see the first VPC. Just click on that. Then you have to just create the VPC and you have to choose the enter the name and all the default things up there. So let me just click on create VPC here. You can see we can also create VPC and more, and you can also create only VPC. So right now we are creating multiple things with VPC, so we are choosing VPC and more, and you can see different options are there. So either we can also select the VPC only. So right now we are going to create different subnets, route tables, etc. So we are using the VPC and more option here. Next, just in the name tag, click on the auto generate and just type the lab. So it will create all the VPC with lab hyphen VPC and all the things with lab included. Next, you have to choose the availability zone, that is only one, and put the IPv4 CIDR block as mentioned in the document. Then you have to set the public and private subnet to 1 and 1, and then customize the subnet CIDR block. Just expand this and enter these two values for the public subnet and the private subnet. I'm just expanding this customized subnet CIDR block and entering those values here. This is the public subnet. Next is the private subnet CIDR block. Next, we also want a NAT gateway. So we choose only in one availability zone. So just choose one availability zone. And we don't want any VPC endpoint. So we choose none for this. So VPC endpoint, none. And after that, we have to just click on create VPC. It will take around 2 to 3 minutes to create all the resources with all the subnets, internet gateway, route tables, NAT gateway, etc. into your AWS account. So let's wait for a few minutes. So once the success will appear, you have to just click on view VPC. You will be inside your own VPC. You can see the details of it and the resource map, what all other resources are being created inside your VPC. You can see 2 subnets are created, 3 route tables are created, and 2 network connections are created. One is the internet gateway and one is the NAT gateway. You can see on this screen. So after creating the VPC, you have to just copy the VPC ID and just click on your VPC. You will be able to see the lab VPC which is created, which we just now created. Next, we have to explore our different services which we created inside our VPC. Just first go to the internet gateway. We see one lab internet IGW is created. After that, you can just from the left navigation pane, you can just choose the subnet as well, and in a particular single availability zone we have the subnets as well. So just click on subnet. You can see 2 subnets are created with lab subnet. You can see right up there. One is the public one and another one is the private one. And the in public one we have available 250 IP addresses. You can see, and because subnet consists of all known CIDR range and how many IP addresses it has. So after that, similarly we have network SCLs as well. So 100 rule inbound rule allows and 100 outbound rules are allowed for these two. So you can see network as ACLs in the navigation pane itself in the VPC console. You can see in the security tab. Next we will see different things like private subnet and its NAT gateway, then the route table for our private subnet, etc. Next, in the navigation pane, we will see the security group as well. So we will see some security group created for this VPC, which will allow some particular IP addresses to access to allow some traffics inbound and outbound. Just click on security group. You will see a default security group is created with inbound all and outbound all. So these are all the things which are created in the VPC when we are trying to create our virtual private cloud on AWS. Now let's just check our knowledge using the launch knowledge check. You can just click on launch knowledge check. It will take some time to open up. Sometimes it will not opens and give some error in the first try related to the CloudFront. So try it again after refreshing the lab document page. So you can see we are into the assessment page. We have to just begin the test and let's just start the test. It has 5 questions. So the first question is, what type of IP addresses does Amazon VPC supports? So does it support IPv4 only or IPv4 only? So this VPC supports both these IPv4 and IPv6. So we are going with the C option. So next question is, what is the primary purpose of route table in Amazon VPC? So the primary purpose of route table in Amazon VPC is to specify the allowed routes for outbound traffic leaving a subnet. So just choosing that and moving to the next question. The primary function of the internet gateway is to enable communication between the VPC and the internet. You can see the second option. Next, in Amazon VPC, what is the purpose of CIDR block? So the purpose of CIDR block to define the IP addresses range for the VPC, the second option. Just click on next. Next question is, what is the primary function of the NAT gateway in Amazon VPC? To allow resources in the private subnet. After completing all these questions, just click on submit. You will see all the questions are successfully corrected, submitted. After submission of your assessment, just you can see the result 1 on 1 is done. Just click on submit the result, and after that to just go to the AWS console and sign out from there. After signing out from there, you have to just end this lab by clicking on this end lab and complete lab icon. So this is our first demo we completed with the introduction to Amazon VPC. So after completing your lab, you can just go to the previous page. Here you can see congratulations, you have completed this training, and it demands a feedback. Just save and continue. It will need a feedback, so if you want, just give it or leave it as is. Then you have this achievement page unlocked. You have to just refresh it to get the certification. So I'm not doing right now. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys like this. See you in the next one, where we will see introduction to EC2 instances and do some hands-on on EC2 instances on AWS. Thank you.